Hey, it's Dr. Lori. I'm here at Peddler's Mall in Louisville, Kentucky, and it looks like I've got some good glass and some nice ceramics here on the shelves. Let's take a look. So Murano, this piece is very, very thick. You can see how thick it is. You'll notice here and here, it's an ashtray. So could you use it as a candy dish? Sure, but it's not intended for a candy dish. It's supposed to be an ashtray. So here and here, where the cigarettes would go. And it's not for cigars, it's for cigarettes. The other thing that I see here, not only the beautiful blue, but the free form of the shell. Now, the shell in Italian decorative arts, particularly Murano, which comes from Venice, Italy, the shell form in Italian decorative arts is very well known. They put it on desks, they put it on wood furniture, they put it, of course, with Murano, and this piece is a free form blown piece. It's definitely Murano, even though it's not marked. You see this? Looks like an egg shape. That's where, of course, the blowpipe was. They break it off. They actually clean all this up. They almost dig down into it, a little bit of an area down there. And then basically what they do is they make sure that that's all nice and smooth. You can also see the floral form around the bottom. See all these little petals around the bottom? And those petals get extended out into this ashtray. The blue color is unmistakable. It's got to be Murano if it's this color blue. It's not going to be a knockoff. Now, they want $24.50 for that blue glass Murano. I would say that piece is $75. Why? It's an ashtray. Those are more rare than the candy dish or the fruit and nut dish. It takes 2 more blows from the blowpipe to make those 2 areas. So those 2 elements that have to accept a cigarette is really important, and it means more time, more material, so higher quality and more money. And that's why it's worth more. That's a beautiful piece. I don't know, it's hard to leave that one there, but I will. Leaving it right there for you. Speaking of other types of glass that a lot of people collect, here's some Crackle glass. You don't usually see the pretty blue Crackle glass. They're saying that that's a pitcher, but I don't see a spout. And a pitcher needs to have a spout. So I would say that this is a handled vessel. You could use it for a lot of things, crushed ice. You can put, of course, something in it. Some people would just use it actually for a little bit of flowers like posies on a table. Crackle glass is popular in the 1960s, and that particular piece dates to the 1960s, not unlike the Murano, which also dates to that time period, about the 60s. I would say this one is $14, and for the Crackle glass, it's probably worth $22. Here's a hand-painted piece. That's a nice mark. I like that. So you're looking into some European pieces now, but it doesn't seem like they have, this doesn't match this. This is an RS Germany piece. And RS Germany, you know, these pieces actually come again from the central part of Europe. $18.50 for this. They're going on the fact that it's gilt and the fact that you actually have an RS Germany, not RS Prussia. They're very different. So $18.50, I think it's worth $18.50, but that's all it's worth. So me, that's not a bargain. This piece is $22. It's more money because it's a bowl, but it's not of higher quality. So that's another thing you want to think about. So it's more expensive because it's a bowl. It's a much more functional object. It's not just a little dessert plate, but it's not of has high quality. This gold has all worn off all around the edge. You can't see that gold anymore on this piece, which of course has this mark, which is another Bavarian style mark. You can see it here. It is hand painted, but also, let me just show you the comparison. Look at how brown this clay is. Look at how white this clay is. You see the difference? There's a big difference there. So, okay, so this I would leave. Those are full price. Probably leave those dishes. I like this. So obviously bone china. A Dresden Manor piece. What does that mean? Well, it's a German piece. It's a piece that the Americans copy. This one is bone china, so it has feldspar and bone ash. And they'll say it's for lemonade, but when grapes are on it, it's usually for grape juice. When lemons are on it, usually for lemonade. Either way, it's a wide open mouth citrus drink. So it could be orange juice, which is my favorite, by the way. I love orange juice. Orange juice, there's all the sugar. Orange juice or grape juice or lemonade or whatever it might be, but definitely that. Early 20th century, it's unmarked. They want $24.50. I think they're $20 too low. So I think it's worth $44.50. There you go. So it's nice, it's purple, all of the color's still on it, and the gradation is still obvious. The gilt is very good too, hasn't really worn away. So you can see that the acidity from orange juice or lemonade hasn't really been poured out of this much. So that's a cool thing, I like that. That's pretty. It's very pretty on this side, I think. But I'm a righty, right? So that makes sense. From the left-handed side, no, this is definitely the back. The smaller element on a piece like this is always the back, and the more prominent is always the front. So this is how it would be presented on the table, or if it was sitting up on a shelf, it would sit like this. I like that piece. So on this side, we have some uranium glass mixing bowls. You can't beat these, but these are going to be pricey. Okay, so uranium glass, yes, I know you all love your black light, and yes, we offer the black light. I know you're all wondering why I'm not using the black light, but I've seen so many pieces of uranium glass that I recognize it by eye. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use your black light. You should use your black light. All the tools in your tool chest, use them. But that's why I'm not using your black light. So don't go, oh, how do you know it's uranium glass? You don't have the black light. I know it's uranium glass. You can tell, of course, by the coloration. And one of the other tips is you can see it's much, much lighter and almost clear at the bottom. But use that black light. It'll help you. So you could see, again, the uranium glass pieces. Problem, they've got chips. So there's a little chip on the spout. Little chip on the spout. You can feel it with your hands. So there's that. But that's a nice mixing spout bowl. This one also, these are Hamilton Beach. So Hamilton Beach uranium glass mixing bowls, these are very desirable. They usually would come with the mixers, right? So if you had a Hamilton Beach mixer, one of my aunts, my mother would say, your wealthy aunts who didn't have children have the Hamilton Beach mixers. I shouldn't say that, but it's true. Anyway, so this is a nice piece too. Now they want $40 for that. But I have to say that a lot of people are looking for this for a lot of reasons. I think that's the tape. Yeah, that's the tape. I was gonna say it looks like it's cracked, but no, that's the tape. So $38 for that piece. But these are typical of the Hamilton Beach. They go along with the mixers. This piece I would say is $50, but it says $38. These pieces, they're asking $14 and $18. I think they're asking $18 for this one because it's much more rare. You don't typically see this one. So I think that's why they're asking $18 for this one and $14 for this one. Oh, I know why. This one is a chip, so they're down $4 on that one. I would say these are $25 each. So really nice. I would take all three of those. Those are beautiful. And the yellow is sunny for the kitchen. We like all of that. Then I have to say that, you know me, I'm a nosy person. And as a nosy person, I'm looking at what's hiding, and this is what's hiding. So you see this pink right here, hiding back here, hiding kind of behind this white piece, which I would leave there because it's not great. This piece is somebody hiding something, I think. Why? Because when I saw it, I thought that's a great big Shawnee textured pink pitcher. Here's your Shawnee mark. A lot of people looking for this mid-20th century ceramic. Very, very popular, particularly throughout the Midwest of the United States. This one, they only want 22, sometimes called the burlap vase. They only want 22 for this. It's a beautiful vase. It has the quatrefoil, or the 4 areas where the flowers can actually come out, then a middle bouquet right in the center. It's a really nice pinched burlap pink vase. The texture looks like burlap, which is why they call it this. And Shawnee is a mark that a lot of people, of course, look for. I think this is beautiful, and I have seen these go for $80. So I think somebody knows that there's a bargain here and said, I'm not going to get it today, I might get it when I come back, and said 22, they should have taken it. This is a nice one. I'm glad I found you that hiding piece too. Jam-packed with treasures on these shelves. There's more to come from Peddler's Mall in Louisville, Kentucky.